All right, we are ready for week one. We set up the game in the last video. This video, we are starting week one. So let's start with a sorcerer. So we place the scholar, the shaman's right nearby. We are trying to find ourselves a dragon to kill. We need a tremendous. I think so. Again, the one thing that I do worry about with the sorcerer is I love Meld into Mist, the great get out of jail free card. The one issue I have is all it takes is another whip mage to come along and enchant every purple hex, and he's just neutered you with that strategy because now you can't do anything in any of those spaces. So otherwise, you'd have to buy dissolve, and just that's a rough haul. So I think what we're going to do is what kind of times do we have on those spells? The one thing I didn't set up very well, I'll have to do it. I have not yet correctly set up the cameras. So I will do that as we go here. So the Melt into Mist is a pretty terrible it's a pretty terrible time. So casting that in combat is sort of a non-starter. So I think what we are, and transform also really is a little bit of a bummer. Like you really have to get the drop on folks. So I'm wondering if we go 1, 2, maybe 3 and hide. That's a little risky, right? Starting move. Um but let's do it. Let's roll with it. We're gonna go 3 and hide. We're gonna and the big killer would be something like bats. Bats would be just a total mess up there. So we're gonna stick in the awful valley. We're gonna hide 1, 2, 3. We're gonna end up in mountain 4. So we're gonna hide. We're gonna move, move 3 times. We're gonna end up in mountain 4, and then I think I'm gonna try to cast Melt into Mist here. So I'll put that in parentheses. That's not a promise. That doesn't, we don't have to do that. That's not, but that's our, and I don't necessarily need parentheses everywhere, right? There you go. So move mountain 4. Melt into Mist. That's our goal. So let's see how that works out for him. So that's his first move. So for the witch, because I'm lazy and I'm playing by myself, and I'm going to keep to the honor system, I'm not going to write the familiar's turn. Instead, I'm just going to sort of move the familiar ahead of time. Do we even like the rogues? Do we care for the rogues? No. Company bash cars. She doesn't have really anything she needs to do in terms of that, but she does have to walk. And it doesn't necessarily, and that doesn't do her any good, locking everybody out. 1, 2. She doesn't like the order. They're not cool. I mean, she just might pretty much do the same thing. And I think her familiar is also going to do the same thing. So, and she'll go 1, 2, 3 and hide. So she's going to mostly mimic the sorcerer's move here. And let me control 2. She'll hide first, move into mountain 4. And then the cat's also going to do that. And then the nice thing about the witch, she has a move 3. So she is pretty easy to get away from most things. I already regret mistake, by the way. I regret it right now. The wizard is going to try to get he's going to do his windfall. So I think that he needs first thing first here. Wait, is that as far? Okay, I'm gonna. Can I zoom in more? There we go. So we'll go there. And he is buddies with the guard. So I think the first thing he's gonna do, he is gonna hide once, just to make sure he doesn't get ambushed. And I don't want to waste my take cover here. I'm going to hide. I'm going to trade 3 times just in case there's something here. I'm going to collect my windfall. Done. And that's his first day. Very simple first day. And the Berserk, I think the Berserk is going to do a hide. He's going to trade once. He's going to hire 2 times. And that is going to be his day. And at the end of the day, he will draw a card because he also played the tiny hut. So I think that's it. I think that's day 1 written and in the books. So let's shuffle as best we can and then draw 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there's our order for day 1. What's the monster roll on day 1 look like? Monster roll looks like 6, so bats. So that is, yeah, that could be as bad as it's going to be. Maybe for the wizard and the witch, maybe, huh? As they maybe draw back. Maybe. Anyway, all right. So let's do the witch. Familiar is going to move first. He goes 1, 2, 3, and then he's going to peer there. And he's going to peer. He needs a 1, 2, or a 3 to get that spot. He doesn't, and he is done. The witch then goes and hides and goes here. So for right now, both her and the familiar are in the same spot. Her hide roll is going to be a 5, so she is hidden. And then she's going to flip these, and let's see what these are. So if we flip them, it is Smoke and the Lost Castle. Oh, that is spiffy. I think Castle is 1 and City is 3, if I am... It's pretty spiffy. Nothing will appear yet on that, but we do need to flip these 5 chits over now. Now, she does have a treasure cache that she has to find, so this is good for her. Howl 4. Well, that totally sucks because now that made bats. Flutter 1 also makes bats. Patter 5 doesn't make any bats. Slither 3 makes very slimy bat. No, it makes nothing. And then Roar 4. So I think we are drawing Flutter and Howl in this order. So Flutter first. And Howl. So already it has gotten a little shitty for our heroes. What does she wish she had? what? What? What do I need right now? Anyway, so she's done, but she is hidden, so she is safe. I just don't love that draw first day. So the Berserk, he's gonna hide, and he gets it, and the sorcerer could just die with a failed hide roll. So again, dumb on me. The game does indeed punish you for not playing as safe as you possibly can until you get a feel for it. So ballsy moves at first are generally terrible ideas. So I am being punished for my hubris. Thank you very much. So he is going to hide once. So let's see if he is hidden. He is. He's going to trade once with the rogues. So let's draw their stuff here. Let's get the rogues. Ring, extra enchant phase, and reflecting grease. Any armor deflects off wounds. Armor might be damaged. It's actually nice. He'll roll on that one. It's $3. He is friendly with the rogues. He can get it for price times 2, so he can get it for $6. Now, that's not the be all end all, and he's not going to take it. Instead, he's going to try to hire 2 rogues. First hire phase. Remember, the first rogues are $1 a piece. I've locked these dice by accident. Okay. So $1 times no deal. $1 second higher phase. 4. He's gonna spend it. So he's gonna have $6 at the end of the day, and he's gonna hire Rogue 7. So Rogue 7 is his. Add 14. Rogue 7 ends. Okay, done. That is his day. Not a great day. Nothing appears because we rolled a 6. That is the Berserk. It is the Sorcerer's turn. Sorcerer hides first, and then he walks into this mess, and he draws the bat over to them. So they have 3 bats there, which sucks a little bit. Now the one interesting thing there is that they know now, if you look, there is nothing good there. There is not a treasure site there. It is all danger. Now, you might want danger. You might want a dragon to show up or whatever, but there's no treasure sites there. So it's an interesting thing to note, right? So the sorcerer is done. The Berserker draws his card. It is Arsonist. So what the Arsonist is that he has to pick he has to pick someone he is unfriendly with or enemies with. So he's unfriendly with the patrols or the guard. I think both of those are very far away. Where is the... Let's get the board here. Roll 5 for the board. So the soldiers are here. The guard's way down here. So he's probably best picking, of his options, best picking Nefarious Plot. Probably, and warning someone of the plot because he might pull the order, in which case he'll gain a level of friendliness with the order, or the rogues, in which case he might gain a level of friendliness with the rogues, which would make them allies, which is nothing with that. So I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to pull a nefarious plot. So we're going to write here, we're going to write plot and put a colon there. And then we are going to roll on one of our tables the natives here. So which native group is the, oh no, it's not a group. It's, you've been hard to do, draw, pick a random dwelling. And then any natives in there would be buddies now. So he rolls that, gets a 5. So large campfire. That sort of stinks. Large camp. Just because it's not on the board. So that sucks a bit. We're gonna live with that. So the sorcerer is done. The berserker just drew his card. Sorcerer's done. But he and the witch have a little bit of an issue, right? Gonna have to choose what to do here super carefully. Because man, I mean, you don't want to end up getting jumped by these yutzes. Now the witch could actually absorb one of them, and then she can't do jack, but she is impervious because they are heavy and only do medium damage. So, I mean, that's not a winner. You're not winning anything. She would have to dissolve, she would have to break that spell at some point. But it's a thought. She would love to get to that lost castle and score her point. All right, wizard. Last guy is the wizard. And the wizard here is what is he doing? What are you doing, wizard? You were number 3. You were hiding and trading and doing windfall. So you were hiding first. Nothing's going to show, so I suppose it doesn't matter. But you fail to hide. So you screwed that up. You're going to trade with your buddies, the guard. I'm just going to leave these flipped up. Oil of poison and ointment of bite. Oof, okay. Add 1 sharpness star to a... I mean, that doesn't totally suck. He'll roll on oil of poison. So he is friendly with the guard. And that certainly doesn't help. So he is friendly with the guard. And he will trade, whatever, 3 times. Maybe rolling something super... Nope. Okay. That's not level 1. 2. So he has an opportunity. He can either get price times 2, so that's $6. Or he can roll in the ally table. So the interesting thing is, for $6, he could pull a flame sword, oil it, activate oil, and that would give him L3 star, so medium 3 star. So thus he could kill, pretty much he gets a 1-shot anything on the board at a time 3. You know what? I like it. We're going to go for it, and we're going to burn the cash for it and get the oil of poison. So the wizard has bought the oil of poison from his guard buddies, and he is done, and he's going to turn in windfall, and that's going to give him $5 there. And then he'll draw a card for tomorrow, and that is going to be the riddle game. So we will put the riddle game on the board for him. Riddle game. Choose one of the following. Clearing in runes, W, bones, W. Oh, he doesn't know where any of those are. Okay, done. So you got to find those to get the riddle game going. I think that is day 1. That is 20 minutes. I have to think about whether I should do these a week at a time or do them like a day at a time. Huh. That probably is dumb, a day at a time. We're just going to continue and do the week. It's sort of awkward to do anything but a day or a week, of course, just the way the game goes. So, but again, I know these videos effectively because that was 20 minutes. So, what is this? How long is this thing going to last? This thing's going to last 2 hours for a video, which no one, which I have empirical evidence that no one watches. So, um, whatever. Okay. So we shuffle those, and now we got to write day twos for everybody. So I think the wizard, with his oil of poison, I think the next obvious step for him is to head to the ruin and see what he can make in the ruin. So he 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll catch one of his navigator checks. Um, so he's in the riddle game. He needs to look for wood. So I will definitely remind myself of that. Maybe maybe you go. Well, I think that's a good question. I mean, that's quite the circle, right? Um, he doesn't have to, but if he wants to flip this, so maybe he goes hides and goes 1, 2, 3, sees what this is. If it's one of the things he can pop riddle game, pretty much right on top of it. If it's one of the different the warning chits. And then if he wants to get this navigator, he can always roll back around. So I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to hide once just to not burn the tape cover, and then go 1, 2, 3. He's going to end up in Maple Woods 5. Hide, move, move, move into Maple Woods 5. And that is his goal there. So that's the wizard. The sorcerer. So actually, and there you go. So on day 1, the sorcerer does have an option. He could fight. That's dumb. He could cast Meld into Mist right now, and that would poof him, of course. And that does give him well, it's going to be targeted. He can probably still be blocked, though, which means he still can't walk into this because it takes 2 moves to walk into that. I think so. Our goal is dragon. Funny part is, dragon has a higher likelihood to appear here than pretty much anywhere else that we're going to see. So I think he would like to stick around and not die. So I think that night, which we did right, so we're going to cast Meld into Mist. So while we're hidden, we engage combat with the bats. We're going to count here and that one, and we are now melted into mist. So I'm going to put this shit on melt into mist. So he is melted. And that's how he ends the day. So here's the nice thing about being melted into mist. He doesn't have to worry about these bats. As long as he has purple magic, it is no time to get that purple magic off and get melted into mist. So I think I'm going to take a leisurely stroll. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. And then I am going to rest my fatigue chit. Rest, move, 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 mountain 6, and then rest. Sort of a jerk move. But I'm melted. So if I need to, I can just turn and go. So that's what I'm going to do today. Melt into Mist gives me. I've never done, by the way, with the sorcerer. I've never done well in the quest game with the sorcerer because it's never done well with him. So it's a little clunky for sure. I think partly because he has a lot of very specific strategies, nuking the rogues over and over, as a for instance, which don't lend themselves well to the quest game. So we'll see how he goes today. So I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to rest, and I'm going to see maybe dragons pop, and I can get lucky. And if they don't, we'll move into the borderland to see what's in there. So good enough for him. The witch, regretting her life choices already. She needs to enchant some damn tiles. So she has ended, by the way, in the mountain. So ending a phase in the mountain. So she is done with step one of Mountain Pilgrim. I think that is going to be her first goal. Her second goal is going to be to get this enchanter done. So, oh God, man, I hate that gate like that. So it doesn't do us any different one way or the other to do that. I might do that. She could also dink with the sorcerer and cause him to always be melted into mist, and that's a dragon's paw. Nothing. And the reason she would do that is because that tremendous flyer, which is Flutter 1, she wants it. She doesn't want him to kill it. She wants to eat it and absorb it. So something to think about. And this is where I always go, oh, it's dangerous, by the way, to pop melt into mist if you have a bunch of other spellcasters. If you don't have any spellcasters in the game, you melt into mist all day and sort of, flip off all the melees as they actually have to fight where you just disappear. So I think she's going to walk into 2. So let's do it. We'll do a little light. She's going to move to Mountain 2. She's going to hide there. She's going to spell X, and she's going to spell. And I think that's what she's going to do. Wizard has a turn. As the Berserk, I'm a tiny bit annoyed that I didn't get, my 2 boys. I got instead one very expensive guy. But I think that's how we're going to have to play it. Now, the damn mages have all gummed up the frickin' board. So, and this board's a little bit tunnely at first because you have to go right up through here. So 1, 2. We do not want to fight those bats at all. That would be an ugly, ugly fight because we cannot dodge that bat. That bat wounds us every turn. So if I go 1, 2, 1, 2, could hide out twice. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go 1, 2. I'm gonna hide twice. We're just gonna sit in the woods, see what that woods tile is. So we're gonna move into the woods. Move into the woods. Then I'm gonna hide 2 times. And we have extra rests, but extra rest. I'll put that on the sheet there. And that way tomorrow we can definitely get through here probably without a hassle. So a little bit wimpy on the Berserkers, but these bats are just bad news. So we shuffle up. We're going to get a monster roll. Hopefully it's not another 6. It's it's a 1. So dragons are going to pop. Very interesting. We have shuffled wizard first, all the way down through the sorcerer. Wizard is hiding and then moving into the woods there. So hide first. And he does. Flips there. That is the small campfire. So small campfire appears in 5. Does anyone appear at the small campfire? No, the company would appear at the large campfire, not the small one. So there you go. The wizard's there. And we no longer really need that chip. Done. So he's done some recon for the rest of the team here. The Berserker is going to move up here and hide 2 times. He fails once. He succeeds the second time. So Berserker's hit. That is Bones. Bones W. That's nothing here because Bones would be... That's a 3. Excuse me. High energy for sure. So he is done. The witch, her guy, by the way, is going to sit here and peer. So the witch gets out of dodge. Unhidden. Well, first off, he has to peer. I'm sorry. So we're going to peer him. That's a success. So she gets to cross off 4/6 Mountain Green. Mountain Green 4/6 done, but that's it. That's all the cat does. She walks. She hides once and then spell expels. She does hide. Now she's going to enchant. I think to enchant, she is going to burn that one. She has black and she has that. The ritual fatigues. And we have to be a little bit careful simply because if I flip this, is it going to all work? I think it does in this case because I don't think these clearings move around. Oops. Yeah. So he is instantly melted into mist. So that's good. So she enchants. That gives her one of her enchanters done. So we will do that. It is, I believe, the sorcerer's turn last today. And he is simply going 1, 2, 3. And then he was hiding. I don't really think it mattered. He rolled yeah, he can hide. And he does. Oh, wait. Well, she has to draw first. Hold on. So he is unhidden. Yeah, because she draws a whole bunch of shit, right? So she draws the flutter first. And you can't get the tremendous here. She's going to get these heavies. Heavies are going to pop in 1. And roar, I believe, pops this guy. Oh, no, that's cave. Hold on. Yeah, roar is a cave. So I think flutter's okay. Yeah, flutter pulls. Roar does not pull. Roar would pull giants on a Giants and a 4. Got it. So there we go. There's our dragons. Hovering around the Lost Castle, nothing there. Now he's going to go 1, 2, 3, hide, like we said. And then these guys are prowling. They prowl on to him. He is not only melting into mist, he is hidden. And so nothing happens. That would fulfill his Dragon Slayer, by the way, but does not fulfill his big game because he specified tremendous, hoping to get a twofer. And he can't do anything anyway because he is mellowed into mist because the witch has locked him out of the mountain. And that's day 2. For day 3, we got to figure out where the kitty's going to go. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. I think Cat goes to Borderland 2. So I think that's it. That's where he's going to end up. Right there in Borderland 2. And then he'll go and try to find, well, I don't know what else, but he'll see where he's going to try to get. Maybe to the ruin? All right. The sorcerer. Sorcerer also rested, by the way. Would help if I paid attention to what's going on. Sorcerer first. Okay, mountain is a bust. I definitely think that the Borderland is possibly the way to go. We could also go to the cliff. And we could just go to the cliff. 1, 2, 3, 4, and get there. I think we're going to do that. We're going to use our melt into mist powers here. Move, move. Move, move, cliff. And he is done. Which yeah, there's no point in grabbing those guys. Those guys, I mean, aside from flying, that's pretty much the point of those dudes is they fly. So the witch, though, clever, left herself in a little bit of a position because now she's sort of trapped between bats and these dragons. And though she can flee them, the dragons at least, excuse me, it is a little bit annoying. So what is she gonna do? She could enchant behind her in the woods there. And does she need to find anything in the woods? She really doesn't. She needs to get to the ledges and the cliff. The ledge is a little bit of a haul. The cliff is also a haul, but easier. He needs to get to the Lost Castle. So those are 2 of her points right there. Drag her through the borderland or try to get through these creatures. And I think I don't know. Shit. We either enchant or we try to slog through. I think we're gonna head here and enchant, and just simply because. So I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna move into Pine Woods. Hide, move, Pine Woods, spell X, and spell, and then we will be done with our day, and we'll be 2/3 of the way through enchant. Our wizard has found the campfire, but that's not what he needs. He needs the riddle game there, and so Bones W, Dank W, Ruins W. So I think we're going to hold off investigating here until we at least turn over the Oak Woods. So 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to hide and get to Oak Woods 2. And he is done. I think our Berserk is going to hide 2 times and then 1, 2. Gives him a 90% chance of getting through there. And that's mountain. What is that? Is that 2? 2. All right, and that is the day. So let's get a monster roll up for day 3. It is a 2, so serpents, demons. Which is first? So the cat ends up there, done. She's moving into there. Does she hide? She does. So she is hidden, and she's going to spell X and spell. Block that. Ruins. I don't think that is anything. It would be dank. But she has picked 2 of her intents. All right. So she is done. Our wizard is going to go 1, 2, 3. He's going to hide. Whoop, he fails. Dank. That's going to draw serpents. 2 flippin' serpents. That is not what our wizard wanted. For sure. This is pretty damn ugly, actually. And he is not hidden, so that sucks even more. Is that Dank W? So let's think about this. He could take cover right now. So he's going to do that. He's going to play take cover. So he is hidden. So we failed the roll, but we got that done. So we play the boon take cover, and that gives him a spot, and he can use riddle game and play it tomorrow, which just riddle game here, yeah. So he's going to play that to investigate tomorrow and put it there. And that way he walks out, he does the riddle game, done. But that's his move. The Berserker hides 2 times. Nope, he fails once. Let's see if the second one works. Good. 1, 2. I don't know if any serpents or demons appear. Oh, there's a slither in the mountains. Oh, yeah. And that has become the death hex right there. Cool. Okay, done. And now our sorcerer. And he is going straight out for the cliff. So he is, oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right to the cliff. Because he knows he can. And it is ruins and the pool. So the pool is here. And ruins. And that is nothing right now because that only pops on what? A 6 bats. It's more frickin' bats. Shit. Okay. But that is our day. Our day has passed. Day 3 pretty quick. And it's passed relatively, I suppose. Berserker's not great against heavy flying dragons, unfortunately. Not great against those serpents. A little better on that side. Oh, excuse me. All right. So let's see where we got going here. So that was day 3. It is now day 4. Everyone is a little bit funky at the moment. So we do have to, our witch did fatigue again. So I think I would love to get her rested up. So I think for her, she's going to move into the valley. She's going to rest once, spell X and spell, and then pop enchanter. And that's going to score her a point. So that's easy. She goes there, pops that. It's gray magic. They're now done. As the sorcerer, I'm not super thrilled. Although the pool, you could at least pull some treasure out of it. The main problem the sorcerer has at the moment is simply that getting back to civilization now is a pain in the ass. Can the bash cards appear at the small campfire? They can. That would be nice. He could trade with them. Here, although again, that's a haul. The wizard does get to pick a card because he played take cover. He gets the city cash. The wizard's going to try to score riddle game, so that's easy. So he has to end his day in that clearing. So he's going to move. So let's do him because it's pretty easy. He's going to move to 4. He's going to hide, and hide. Pretty much, he's just going to hide out and be done. And then he's going to do the game sequence. The sorcerer, I think his choices are to pop the wagon. Because we're not finding a dragon here either. You're not going to find one in the woods or the evil valley. The ruins, you might have the lair, of course. You might get lucky. Might have the lost city. Or you can try to pop the wagon. That's going to require a search. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We are going to we're going to move into the 6. Again, we're going to use, and we're going to, so that's move 6. We're going to search and search. Why? Well, because we can, because we have that option, and we can pop, and maybe we find the pool too. And if we find the pool, maybe we're looting the pool. So we got that. The witch is going to do his thing. He's got a plan. The Berserk has made it through there. Again, not the best. Not the best at fighting these heavies. He can do it, but not the best. I think he wants to end up. That could get bad real quick. Pretty much 50-50 chance of creatures popping to him. I think 2 hides, 1, 2. Again, so we're going to do 2 hides, move to the dragons, move to the borderlands. Done. We're just going to try to get anything going for the Berserk here. So everybody's written a move. We make a monster check. It's a 1, so dragons are moving. We're going to shuffle that. Oh, by the way, the cat is going 1. Come on, 1, 2. Done. I think we're going to try to hit up maybe there. All right. So that's good. So in any case, it's the wizard's turn. The wizard is going to move there. He's going to hide 3. And he does. And he will resolve the game here, end of the day. So he is done. The sorcerer moves 2, searches twice. And these are located. So these are, that's a fail. If he gets a 1, 2, or 3, he finds the passage. And if he gets a 4 or a 1, but he fails twice, he gets the pole. And does anything appear there? No, because I think, yeah, nope. Okay, so he is done. The witch, cat moves. Witch goes here. She's going to rest once. She's going to spell X and spell, thus re-fatiguing. And she enchants. So that's her 3rd enchant, which she's going to score. Well, that I didn't save that because I'm a dummy. Which wizard and Berserker. Which scores 1 card. She's the first card scorer right now. We'll worry about her totals here in the near future. But she has popped Enchanter. She now gets a Mage totem. So she has Mage, totem, which is 5 times extra spell phase. Done. So let's mark it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. So she's not yet used those, and she is raring to go. So that is her. And she has a rescue. Oof. I gotta. That's gonna be a rough one. She could do it, but man, it's a little bit of a haul where she is. So let's think about this. So in any case, um, she is done today. Our Berserk is hiding 2 times, and he does. 1, 2. Ruins, see, and alter 1. It's dragons today, so nothing. Ruins is goblins, I think. So that's a little bit of a challenge for our boys here. Pretty sure that's the day. Oh, the wizard has to do. So the wizard's going to do the riddle game. So there you go. So that's exciting. A clever imp waits in this clearing to challenge you to a game of riddles. End your day in the marked clearing. Fatigue any number of asterisks. You get 1 chance to answer the riddle, plus an additional chance every 2 asterisks you fatigue. A 1, 2, or 3 on a roll succeeds at the riddle. So, how many chances is the wizard going to shoot for? So he doesn't have a lot going for him here. If he succeeds, you answered it, you gain 1 VP and a small treasure. If you fail, you're sent away empty-handed, discard the card. Alternately, you may become unhidden and attack the imp. And that's not quite where we need to go. I say we fatigue 1, 2. 3, 4. We're going to get 3 chances to answer this bad. So 3 shots. First, 1. No, fail. Second, 2 is a fail. Come on, this is the big one. 3, we got this right here. No, we fail 3 times. So that's it. The imp cackles, leaves. We are empty-handed. Riddle game is a bust for the wizard. He just blew 4 whatchamacalls there, 4 asterisks. And he gets snake charmer. So any snakes, and he can charm 1. That's easy. You just got to get the snakes. No, Pally. Okay. Well, you got snakes up here. You got snakes right there. So also good. And actually, those aren't the worst. I mean, they're not great, but they're not the worst. So that's an easy one for him. So I think we're going on day 5. Keeping in mind that day 6 is the storm. Oof. I think some of our characters are going to be in a little bit of a spot here. So let's see, what is the sorcerer going to do? I mean, I think the sorcerer is going to do exactly what he's doing. I think he searches 4 times. Just gonna go for it. I'm gonna search 4 times. Try to find anything to start this game off for him, and just roll with that. I think the wit. So you can do rescue. So what is rescue? Rescue is choose a clearing not in your current hex containing at least one group of monsters. Roll a random native group and place the top member on that space as a captive. The Order and Guard would never get themselves captured. They're too bad. It's done. So it's up to you to free him. The native is captain. It will travel with the group of monsters he's assigned to. If those monsters are killed and there are other monsters in the clearing, he's captured by those monsters. If the captive is ever alone in a clearing, he will escape back to his dwelling. Quest is over. If you are in the clearing with all monsters dead, you can free the captive and score the victory point and get a follower. That guy will join you. Alternatively, you can hide, be hidden, and discover chits in that clearing to free him stealthily. Pretty much it. If you return him to his dwelling, he will leave your service, but those natives will gain a level of friendliness to you. So we could actually fairly easily pull rescue. So we're going to do a rescue right now. We're going to call this clearing, this this heavy flying dragon clearing, and we need a native group. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll a d6 and add 2 to it, and that will avoid the guard and the soldier going with the reroll. What's for dinner? So we add 2 to this. So we get a 3, and it is the soldiers. So the top soldier is captive here. So we are going to, I think there's a rescue chit just to mark it. Yeah. Put him right there. So if the witch can get in there stealthily, so 1, 2, 3. So I think, so she can run from them at base, because she is a very spry old woman. So I think she's going to hide 1 time and move into the dragons there. And then that's it. That's going to be her turn. The wizard has failed at the riddle game, but he is a snake charmer. So I think that means, so I think what he's going to do is, this is an easy one, I think, for him, because with that card, he's going to rest 3 times and then move to the Vipers. And if they proud him or what, I mean, there's no possible downside to this because he can he can snake charm. So he's going to get one of these as a follower. Then the other ones are going to disperse, and he'll take his point. The Berserk. Well, sort of knows what's what, right? I mean, this is a shitty board. All of a sudden. I do not like where the Berserk is right now in terms of what he's got going on and what he can sort of play with. We could make our way to the pool, but the pool's a terrible place. Many adventurers could die at the pool. A lot of heavies die at the pool. Um, he has locate the shrine, which he has not, and he largely has to locate also the large campfire. Now, the good thing about the large campfire is, strangely enough, a lot of woods have been played. So I think it's here. So I think he can just go here. So he's gonna hide and move into the nut woods, and I think that's the campfire. And that's it. So I think we're good to go. So let's get a monster roll here for day 5. And it is ogres, or giants and trolls, actually. So we haven't seen giants and trolls yet. So let's shuffle. Witchy Poo is first. Her cat is going to go 1, 2. Done. And she is going to go. I did write a move, right? Yeah, into dragons after she hides. So she's going to hide once. She succeeds. 1, 2, 3. So she is there, but we do have to check because I think we draw. Roar 4 draws this guy into 4. So we're just making more donuts here. Three bats, a giant, a club, and a pizza place. So she is there, done. They appear, and we are done with the witch. The Berserk, he's going to hide. He does, and he ends up here, and it is indeed the large campfire. So 2 things. First is the peddler. Now, I don't think he can buy anything from the peddler. He could execute a trade to see what's there tomorrow, in any case. And he needs to... Does anyone appear at the large campfire? Because that's pretty important for him. They do. The Lancers appear at the large campfire. So this is interesting, and I'll tell you why. So first thing is, he has Envoy, and he has already traded. I should write this down, because he's traded with the Rogues. And if he does it with the Lancers, and he succeeded in Envoy, he can succeed Arsonist by simply... Been hard to do a job. Roll a random dwelling. You can either choose to perform the arson, or you can warn the natives of the plot. So he can warn the Lancers there's a plot to burn down their campfire. I'm not exactly sure how that works. I assume they have tents and crap. Okay, like he's not burning the campfire. But he can warn them of the plot, get a free victory point, raise his friendliness 1. So he can score Arsonist. He can score Envoy, and he could theoretically score Peddler if the Peddler has some really cheap thing, but I don't think that's very unlikely. So so he's going to pop Arsonist. So he's going to warn them of the plot. So let's save that. Let's go down to the Berserker's sheet. So strangely enough, he pops Arsonist. Oh, and I forgot to record the fame for him and for her, because she popped Enchanter there. So he's going to tell them, but he also, might be just as important, he now has Lancers. Oh, is it Lancers? Yeah, Lancers is an ally. which is really cool. Actually, that's I'm not necessarily sure that it does too much for him. And so his day definitely is going to be easier tomorrow because he's going to do on and score another point. The sorcerer is going to search 4 times. So he's just outright knowing that he can melt into mist. He's like, I want to find that pool. Let's find the darn pool. 1 is a fail. 2 is a fail. Come on. 3 is a failure. 4 is a success. And the sorcerer finds the pool and pops it off the list. So we have found the pool. Nothing appears because we're really looking for a 3 or a 6 to cause havoc there. Wizard is next. Make sure I remember to get him a card. Wizard is next. And the wizard is resting 3 times. So I think we're going to pull that. And then we need those 2 done. And then we are going to march down to the Vipers, unhidden, entirely unhidden. We are unperturbed by these hazardous snakes. And so what's going to happen there is he's going to take one as a follower, and the other one marches back to the pile there. So he gets that guy as a follower. He has scored Snake Charm. That's going to score him a card. And he gets a follower, and not a terrible one. That guy can do some damage. Or he can play on this side and be fairly dodgy. So that's good. So he is done, and I think that is our day. I think that's our day. I think the sword, yeah. So everybody got a little bit of something going today. Oop, I just missed my my pouch there. I missed it again. There we go. Everybody got something going today. The witch is ready to rescue. The wizard got his point from Snake Charm. The Berserker got a point, and he's ready to do his next thing tomorrow. And then the sorcerer is brazenly looting the pool. He's like, screw it. If that octopus shows up, I will melt. Done. So let's get day 6 rolling here. At the end of the day, we're going to fatigue. So that is actually a huge issue for a couple of our characters. So let me do the sorcerer first. The sorcerer is going to I'm going to hide. And then I'm going to search and search. And the reason I'm hiding is to spare myself a burn of purple. Plus, since I have to loot every time I think draw. I have to look. Is it draw or is it fatigue each search, fatigue each draw? So every time I draw a card, I'm going to have to fatigue. So I don't want to fatigue too much. I don't want to be in a super weak spot. So I'm sort of giving myself one phase. I'm hiding. That's the bonus that I won't have to burn the color in case this guy shows up, and so on. I'm trying to pull some treasures out. The witch, she's going to hide. And then she's going to search with the attempt to hopefully rescue. Rescue? Put it in question mark there. Our third character, the wizard. So what do we got going on here? So the wizard has snake charm. He gets consult a demon. White. So he needs to find a demon and he can consult a demon. So it looks like the altar is a great place to head. So I think the wizard is going to hide 2 times. Well, I don't want to get goblins. Goblins are going to suck. Goblins end this game for him real quick because he can't outrun them, and he can sleep them if he has chits ready to roll. Here, let's see. Do we have chits ready to roll? We do. We have a gold and done. So I think I'm going to be a little bit. I'm going to hide 1, 2, and search. So I'm going to hide once. I'm going to move into the borderlands, and I'm going to search 1 time. So I'm going to move to the altar. I'm going to search 1 time there. Done. Our Berserker. So he's going to do a couple things. First thing he's going to do, I'm going to hide once. I'm going to trade once. That'll do Envoy. Plus, these are my allies. I did draw a card this morning. It is Giant Slayer. So let me write that card down. So we're going to hit Envoy. I'm going to hide out here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide 2 times, and I'm going to trade 2 times. I'm going to score Envoy, and I'm going to score the Storm because I am hidden in a dwelling at the end of the day. Then I'm going to score a point. So the Berserker's actually possibly getting 2 points today. So that looks good. I think that's where we're going to sit here for the day. So that is day 6 written. It's a 5 monster roll, so spiders and imps. Sorcerer is actually up first. Wow, those chips went all over the place. Sorcerer hides once. He does, so he's going to flip. Now he's going to loot the pool at least 1 or 2 times. Let's pull that octopus off. There are 9. I know there's so many. I forgot. So many treasures in the pool. That's pretty wild there. So let's roll. This is first search. He gets the 6th treasure. Come on. No? Here we go. We drew the elusive cloak. I will keep the elusive cloak, and I will activate it tomorrow, of course. If attacked by if all my attacks are 5 or greater time, I can move my maneuver. There you go. Done. So that's the first draw, and I had to fatigue. One. Second loot. 6. Vial of healing. Not great. Heals even new wounds to fatigue while active. So, yeah, it's fine. It just, but I had to fatigue again. Fight's not going to do any good. I'm going to do a locate to see if I can roll a 3, 2, or 1. I do roll a 3. That's going to give me this guy here. It's Passage Cliff. 3 to 6, I believe. Yeah. So there you go. Does anything appear? I don't think so. Spiders and imps. So we're looking for, nope, done. So he is done. The wizard is heading to the altar. So 1, 2, he's going to hide once. He does. And he's going to search there, hoping to locate. No, he doesn't find anything. So he is done. I don't think anything appears, though. Okay, done. Berserk. The Berserk pops a trade phase with the Lancers. We literally have 4 spears. You guys need to a poultice of health and a cloak of mist. We're gonna pop the cloak of mist. I think it's a 4 with our allies. So we're rolling on the ally chart. 1. Price times 4. We're not going to buy that. But we did do an envoy, so that's going to score us a point right there. Because we score envoy. And I don't know what else we get for envoy. Envoy. Take any group neutral or unfriendly and make it friendly. So we have the patrol and the guard are unfriendly. So we're going to make the patrol friendly. How's that? So Lancers are allies. The patrol are friends. Done. We scored envoy. We have to hide 2 times. We do hide. The bash cars show, because it's the large campfire. So they pop. We're okay with the bash cars. We should have got them. I should have known, actually, because I knew the chart. Nonetheless, we are done there. We can roll another trade. Let's roll a second trade. And it's still a ×4. So we're not going to buy the cloak, but we are done. And then finally, our Witchy Poo here is going to hide, which she has to hide. And she does. So she is now hidden. And is she going to pop something? A patter? Yeah. It's going to be fun. Okay, so she's got 3 searches. And she does. So she has freed the crossbowman, succeeded in the rescue. Don't get me wrong, it might all be for naught. So he is hidden with her now. Otherwise, he would have to immediately fight. So the rescue has popped. So let's see. She She scores rescue. Just like our Berserk scored envoy, right? Done there. But she does pop, in addition, she pops the spider. So yet another creature in our little messy hex here. And I think that's it. And I think that's it for the day. But we do have an issue because of our characters, I just said it was so easy, but of our characters, only the Berserker is actually hidden from the storm. So he's going to score a point. Everybody else has to roll 1d6 and fatigue. Sorcerer fatigues 2. Done. He is fatigued. The witch has to fatigue. Maybe some resting here in a day or two. 3. 1, 2, and 3. And the wizard has to fatigue. 2. Well, at least they all lucked out a little bit, right? 1 and 2. And that is the storm. The storm is gone. Interesting. Storm is gone. So the storm passes. 3 of our 4 characters had to weather the storm and take a d6 fatigue. 1 character sat idly sipping tea with his buds. That's the Berserker, strangely enough. I think it was fry whiskey out of the skull of an enemy, right? Except no one's killed anybody. So probably not. Okay, but that's interesting anyway. That's interesting anyway. So it is day 7 today. And there is white and black magic everywhere today. So who's doing what? So rescue is scored. So let me redo the quests here. Rescue was scored. She has a white sword. Well, that is freaking lame. So that doesn't help her at all. The Berserker got Envoy out of the way. He now has the challenge. So let him, he's going to roll the challenge. So the challenge is going to put the top unhired member of a group. So roll a group at random. Again, it's +2. 8, the Lancers. So strangely enough, this guy gets pissed off. And he heads to a random dwelling. Maybe he's right here. It'd be sort of hilarious. 5, he is right here. So him and the Berserker get into a little bit of a fisticuffs, and now this guy's challenged him to an honor duel. Lucky for the Berserk. So he just got that. He investigated it this morning. When you arrive, the Denizen issues a challenge. So if you leave and don't come back, you will not pop the quest. But he might as well stay here and pop the quest. You cannot be hidden to accept the challenge. Killing the challenger earns you a VP, 5 prowess, in addition to what you get from the kill, 5 gold in addition to what you get from the kill. You suffer no loss of status with the challenger's group. You may choose to kill him in an unfair fight, but you will lose a level of friendliness with all natives because you are a dishonorable cad. Alternatively, if you are friendly or allied, you can choose to talk your way out, and you roll on the meeting table. So he might. So So this guy's going to be hard for him to hit right off the bat because of that 4 movement. And when he flips, he's a 2. This guy himself isn't too bad. In fact, on this side, I think he's probably a kill. But this horse is going to make him not a kill because the Berserker can only generate at best a 4 time. So that means this horse. So I think, okay. So we got the challenges ready to run. So we're going to put Lancers at large camp, just like that. Done. So let's write everybody's day. Before anything else, let's figure out the days. So it's going to be a little bit rough on our heroes here. Everybody is a little burned from the storm. So I think our sorcerer's fine. But I do want to rest. Let's rest 3 times, and then let's use our extra spell X, which we haven't used yet, and a spell phase to pop this back to purple. So we will be rest. We'll have the purple done. So that's a good day 7 for him. If the octopus shows, we will have to melt. But that's that. So our witch has been super stealthy here. I think we're going to move 1, 2, and we're going to peer twice. So we're going to try to look for this. In the meantime, she got going. A crappy white source, Mountain Pilgrim, and then the Lost Castle, which is just hard to get to at this juncture. Does she care for any of these dudes? He's feeding the bash card. That's not bad. I'm not necessarily sure what that does for her right now. I'm in a little bit of a situation with her. Like, the lair and the horde could be here, or here, or here. But all of that's a little bit of a chore to get to for her. She really could indeed use broomstick. Like, it's funny, but I do mean it. I'm being sincere. So she's the hardest one of my children here. Does she hate the Lancers? Yeah, she is not a buddy of the Lancers. Unlikely, though, she can hire the entirety of the Bashkars to kill the Lancers. So that's not probably ideal for her. So I'm wondering if she's got to get some rest. Having 5 fatigued kids. I don't want to back off. She could plow forward, but I don't want to get caught up by the Lancers. I wouldn't mind enchanting that Nut Woods to get access to the ruin, since that's easier access to the ruin. I'm going to move to Borderland 2, hide twice. The nice thing is, if she would get caught by the Lancers, she can at least run. Probably. Well, no, maybe she can't run. Let me look. Yeah, no. Oh no, she has an L3, and the Lancers play during the encounter step. They play slow, so she could get out of dodge if she needed to. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna hide one. So that's 2 moves, 3 moves there, and then we're gonna rest. Move, BL2, hide, move to the large camp, rest. That is her move. Not super exciting, but I think we're going to have a few rest phases here. Now the wizard lucked out. Wizard lucked out a little bit. He is going to hide for sure. I do want to rest twice. Search once. Done. So he is done. So I have a day 7, a day 7, a day 7. The only guy left wanting a day 7 is this guy. He's just scored the shit out of the points there. Oh, he has a challenge. So he's going to stick around and he's going to do the challenge. So I think what we're going to do, which is sort of crap, but okay. I think I'm just going to hide. Now he can't start the challenge hidden, so he will have to unhide first. So I'm not really. I have to think about how that works for real. I'll just there. He has to move, so they're done. So I think that's our day. That's our day 7. Whatever we roll on day 7 is going to return to the appearance chart. Let's roll it. It's a 4, so giants and troll. So we are going to get this one guy to regen. He pops there. The wizard is first, followed by the, wizard's first, followed by the sorcerer. So the wizard is going to hide once, rest twice. He does. He rests 2 times because he sort of needs it. So that's going to pull back the M3 for sure, and then this guy for sure. He will search 1 time to find the altar because he did not, and he doesn't this time either. No giants appear, no trolls appear. The wizard is done. The sorcerer rests 3 times. So I think he pulls 1, 2, and 3, and then he spell X's and spells, and he has that. Again, giants and trolls, I don't think anything appears, and it doesn't. The Berserk. The Berserk is going to rest, do nothing. Technically, the Lancers return to the board, but this guy stays. Like his challenger buddy stays. The Lancers should disappear. Done. We'll resolve that combat in a minute. Kitty is going to move twice and appear twice. He fails once. He fails twice. She's going to move here. She's going to hide. She blows it. She waltzes into the camp. And she does rest. Ugh. Well, what you resting? Strangely good question. I think it hardly matters. I don't think anything else appears, by the way. So that is the uneventful day 7. So now we got a couple things going on. The first thing is let's do the witch real quick. She has to roll for the Bashkar. No, they are friendly, so she does not have to roll for the Bashkar. The Lancers are gone, so perfectly fine. She's actually fine. We're going to roll for this guy's challenge. So he's going to roll 2 dice on a meeting table that I have written here. He's hoping for a 3's good. A 3 is calm down. So you managed to calm the challenger down and avoid combat. He's going to go back to his group there. He does get a VP because he calmed him down. So he scores challenge. And that's going to give him 1 more point there. And he is done. And does he have to roll the bash cards? Yes, he does have to roll the bash cards. So the neutral bash cards, go unfriendly momentarily. Oh my, do they block battle him? God damn it. Yeah, so they're going to block battle our Berserk here, which is a little bit shitty. Ugh. I don't even want to run that fight. Okay, they're going to block battle the Berserk, it seems. And that's going to be a hassle. I think the Berserk is dead. Like, I don't think this is a winnable fight for him. I do not think this is a winnable fight. Even with his buddy here. So they all play on this side in the encounter step. So we still can't run because there's 2 M4s. If we didn't, he could have the rogue lure get killed, of course. Could have the rogue lure and the Berserker could get away. But we cannot do that. So the question is there any one character that this guy can avoid. So we don't want anyone that is, on this side, he's a 4. So we want, at best, a 4. That's HQ. Everybody else has a fast attack, potentially. That fast attack kills this guy. So we do not want that. So we are going to lure HQ on this side. And HQ plays like this, pretty much. Everything else is on the Berserk somehow. So no, I do cheat on the Berserk because I usually let him play this tremendous just out of band, and then now he takes tremendous damage to kill. Because he can still be wounded to death by most things he can be hit by. I don't even count this against his asterisk fatigued. He just has to rest it back like this. And I know that's a little bit weak of me here, but the times he needs it, it's every time he needs it, it's mostly useless. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to let him play. Let's say he's Berserk. So it takes tremendous damage to kill him. So none of these hits are going to kill this guy. What's going to happen, though, is they're going to wound him to death. And they're going to play on this side when they play. And he cannot get out of here. So let's see what we got. I'm going to play him here. Everybody else... this is round 1, so we do have one advantage, which is we go first. So I'm wondering if we put him here, because he can miss. Put him here because he can miss. We can't auto hit him. Really, no matter what, because he is there. I'm going to put him like that. It's just clunky. These are clunky with horses. So he can miss. So if he rolls up, he misses. The problem is we also want to hit a guy as well. I'm going to play a big move because I need to play a big move. And I don't have to play a gigantic fight. So I'm going to play this fight here. And who do I target? I'm going to put these two together. Ugh, and this is... We'll just need to chain these together in some clunky way. I don't want to do that. but let's. I just want to lay them like this because I'm going to see what the damn move is. So these two can hit him. They can line up and hit this guy. If they do line up and hit him, they won't do any damage on this side. On the other side, they will, but on this side, they will not. He can also miss, so that's interesting. And this guy auto hits on this side, and he auto hits on that side, but he doesn't do any damage on that side. So I'm going to put him here, maybe. So I can't auto hit any of them done. So I'm actually going to. So this is actually weirdly helpful, right? Since I can't auto hit any of them, I can sort of ignore their horses momentarily. Let me put you. Okay, sorry, you're not going to spend 5 minutes watching me fiddle chits. Okay. So if I put them all there, and I'm going to target this guy, what I'm hoping is we line up. And if we line up, then I'm going to hit him first. Now he's still going to hit me, which sucks because of the horses. But I got to suck it up. There's no other way to do this. Like, I'm going to take a hit no matter what. So let's say it stays just like this. Not a giant chance, but let's say. Then these two rows miss me. I kill this guy's horse. These guys hit me doing no damage. And then I kill that guy's horse. And then next round, maybe I can get him. I think that's where we're going. Let's do it. It's going to be a short game for the Berserker. So first things first, let's roll a 1 or a 4. No, we're going to roll a 6 because, because that's going to work. Okay, so these guys jump all the way down. And these guys hop all the way up. Let's check flipping. No first box. No second box. No third box. Okay. That's that. Let's just see what he does real quick before we go to the Berserker's sad state here. Yeah, we're sort of hoping to line up, I think. We do. No, we probably weren't hoping to line up. Yeah, you're right. We weren't hoping to line up. Like, this is bad in all cases for him. So what happens is he hits first. He kills the horse. He hits him then and kills him. So the rogue is dead and horse is dead. We miss because we're hitting him. So we are done. Weapon flips. And now we get hit by all these guys. So this guy first does a wound. Bam. This guy misses. This guy hits. So we're putting hits here. He misses and he hits. So in order, he wounds the Berserker. He wounds the Berserker. We're going to have to fatigue a move, so we don't want to wound a move chit. He wounds the Berserker. First off, he smashes the helmet, doing medium damage, and then he wounds the Berserker. Then we fatigue a move, because we played a move H4. And that is the first round of combat. we scored 1 kill on 1 horse. So I think, okay, so let's look at this. So he comes over to our sheet. So we got an M5 here, an L5 here, an M5 here. His horse is dead. M4 there, M5 there. So this is the guy we're trying to hit. If we can survive a single round again, which I'm not 1,000% sure. Oh, did this guy flip? Did we roll for flipping? He didn't flip. So we're going to play a 4 again. We'll play under our helmet again. We're going to target this guy this time because we know we want to get the horse dead. He will not hit us. So we're going to put all the can't hit us auto hit there. And then all the auto hits will just go in a random box there. And then he goes here. So we could take as few as 2 wounds, right? Then it doesn't really matter what we play here. And we can kill that horse. And if we kill that horse, we can run, taking as few as 2 wounds. So let's hope for the best. This actually can go. What we don't want is we don't want this box to flip up there. That would suck a lot. So let's roll a die. Big die, big die. 2. That is absolutely the worst thing that could happen. So these guys all flip up here. This guy all flips down here. We are going to take 5 wounds. And our helmet's going to be crushed. Well, we don't take 5 wounds. This guy's going to hit us. So we take 1 wound, 2 wounds. He misses. We take 4 wounds. But first, let's see who flips. Because if this box flips, it might be better for us. It does not flip. Second box. Flips. That's not better for us. And third box. Oops. Third box. Flips. That's not better for us. None of that's better, necessarily. We're going to take 1, 2, 3 wounds. 4, 5 wounds. We take 5 wounds. I think the Berserker's done, so we're going to call it for the Berserker. He's going to take 5 wounds this round. That's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. He has 6 chits left. So that's gonna 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't like that. Oh, actually, you burn the chits. You don't do asterisks, so I'm pulling these into wounded doesn't actually do me any good. That was foolish. So yeah, he takes 5. So he's gonna go. He's dropping like a fly. So we're gonna be done there, and the Berserker is killed. So, which sucks because the Berserker was also in the lead. So, yay! So the bash cars run rampant over this guy's corpse. Yeah, it truly does stink because he really did well these past couple days. So he's done. He succeeds in the challenge. Oh, they're not here. They are here. Succeeds in the challenge. But they kill him. These jerks killed him. His axe falls lifeless into the campfire there, and he is done. Does anyone else need a grim reminder of our mortality? I do not think so. I mean, all right, that is first week. It's a bummer because if you look at these scores, he was doing real good with the whatchamacall, with the challenge under his belt. He'd scored 4 points in cards. So that was a great first week for him. It just so happened that again you rolled what 30. It's a 9% chance to effectively get bum rushed by a neutral group. So it certainly is non-trivial chance. Now it doesn't usually happen. Usually you are great, you're fine. But the neutral bash cars got pissed off at this guy after he, I don't know, him and the Lancer. He did have the Lancer. Now he didn't have Lancer as a follower because he just talked him down. So we just calmed him down. So that's it. We're good. We're done. It was a good week. So thanks everybody for watching, and let's see how this one goes. Those are our scores, I think. I'm pretty sure. Let's do a quick check. The sorcerer scored Jack all, but he does have a couple treasures under his belt. The witch has 2, and the wizard did score a 1. So that's it. That's where we're at. All right, guys. Thank you. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.